Hey guys, Chat Trades here. In this video, I want to go over my exact day trading checklist I use to actually enter trades. So every time I'm going to actually enter a trade, I go down this checklist. If it checks out, then I'll actually take the position. And not all the time, but most of the time, if I follow this checklist, if I follow my system, the trade ends up working out. Most of the time when I do have red days, it's because I'm not following one of the things in my checklist. All right, first off, let's just go over a quick trade recap, and then I'll show you the checklist I actually used to enter this trade and determine that I wanted to actually take this trade. So anyways, as always, let's just show some proof of my actual trade today. So if we just go and move myself and we go to today, as we can see, we made around $1,053. So anyways, that was the actual trade. You know, I only took one trade today. So anyways, let's go ahead and go over my plan I had today. So if I go inside my Discord community, as we can see, we actually have some members posting some profits from the day. They're crushing it. And anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my trading plan. So this is my pre-market plan that I post every single day. And this kind of goes along with my system. This goes along with my checklist, right? So my checklist is like the principles, the rules I follow, and I make a plan off that every single day. Okay, so today's plan, the key level today will be 41.48. This should act as good resistance spot. I'd be interested in playing short here if we show weakness. Now, the second play was if price opens and we pull back, I'll be looking to play long at key intraday levels, targeting 41.48 as a target, right? So basically, we can either long or short if we get to one of these two scenarios. So anyways, as we can see, this was what the chart looked like when we first opened up today. So now what I'm gonna do is go into our market update. So this is actually where I alert when I actually take a trade. So anyways, I first said at 7:37, this is 7 minutes after the market is open. I'm interested in going long at around 41.23, right? Stop will be below 41.15 and target is 41.48. So now let's go ahead and look at the chart, and then we'll go into the checklist and kind of show you how I came up with this. Okay, so as you can see, let me move myself one more time. This is the ES. I trade futures for anyone that doesn't know, but this applies to any stock, any type of market. Okay, so I'm on a 5-minute chart, as we can see, and we can see that yesterday we came off this 41.72 supply, and today we came off this 41.09 30-minute demand zone, right? We bounced off it. This is in the middle of the night, so I couldn't take that trade. And we opened up right here, right at 7:30, where volume started kicking in. And this is where at 7:37 from my Discord, right? This is where I said I'm going long at 41.23, around there. So anyways, this was at 7 around right here. We started dipping down into this level. So the lowest we got was 41.24. So we didn't get exactly to my level, but I was still able to take a position in just because, as we can see, right, this is one of the things in my checklist. These 5-minute candles were showing signs of strength, right? The reason being is because every time we dip down into this zone, this is our accumulation zone, right? We bounced up. We dip down here, we bounce up, right? So these wicks are just showing that buyers bought this level up anytime we got near this level. All right, so now let's go ahead and go into my checklist and kind of show you how I determine this actual level, why I determined 41.48 as a target, and how I knew to go long instead of short, right? All that good stuff. So I'm going to pull up my notes here. This is literally what I look at while I'm trading. And I keep it super simple, right? There's 3 pillars in my trading system. There's trend, there's key levels, and there's candles, okay? So this checklist basically follows that along with risk reward. All right, so the first thing I'm looking for to determine the trend, this is a question I get a lot, is have we came off supply or demand last, okay? So as we can see, let me move myself again. I keep getting in the way. 30-minute chart, right? Yesterday, we came off supply. Okay, this morning in the middle of the night, we came off demand. So that answers the first question, pretty simple. The answer is demand, which means trend is up. Okay, so this basically tells me I'm only going to trade long today because the trend is up. We last bounce off demand. Demand is where buyers are. I only want to, basically go long today unless we're at a key supply level, whether it's this 41.48 or this 41.72 that looks like we might get up to by the end of the day. So that was the first thing. Pretty easy to determine that, right? If you know how to draw supply and demand zones. And you could have saw this inside my trading plan, right? I marked the levels every single day that we came off this demand zone. All right, next thing I'm looking for, is this a key level imbalance? Okay, so what I mean by imbalance is there an imbalance of buyers or sellers at a specific level? Well, let's go ahead and look at the chart again. Right, so as we can see, the way I got this, 41.24 area, or 41.23, right, where I actually took my entry, is again, I only want to enter at key levels, okay? So I only want to enter at key levels. So this is where, once I determine I'm only going to go long today, I need to figure out where I'm actually going to go long. Okay, so I determined it was this area right here. This is why I alerted this inside my Discord, right? So anyways, as we can see, if we go to a 1 hour chart, we see that there is a basing candle right here. And after this basing candle was here, we had some support in pre-market in this level as well, right? We had a big move up, okay? So this candle you see right here, this candle closed before the market even opened. So this told me, if we get down to the top of the head, right? So this is how I determine supply and demand zones. This is basically a mini demand zone that got created. Okay, so as we can see, we wicked down into this 41.24. This is where I actually got my entry, and this is how I determined that level to actually enter the trade, right? So that crossed off my second thing in my checklist. Next thing is, does it offer at least 3-to-1 risk reward, right? So my target was 41.48. So if I entered at, let's say 25, that's 20 points I had as a reward. So this means that if I want a 3-to-1 risk to reward, then my stop loss would be around 7 points from where I entered. Okay, so we do 25 minus 7, right? This is around that 18, 16, 17 level. That's kind of where I had my stop. So that was like my 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And then the last thing I'm looking for to actually tell me, listen, let's enter this trade. Is it showing weakness or strength on the 5-minute chart? So since I was only playing long because we determined the trend, I was looking for strength, right? So now I can go and zoom into the chart more. I can go to our 5-minute chart and we can see that, basically what my arrow is pointing to, every time we got near this level, this key imbalance level that I just showed you, kind of how we determine this, right? Buyers bought it up. Buyers bought it up. So anytime there's wicks, this shows that there's strength in this area. Buyers are buying this area up. And this is what led me to actually taking the trade. So anyways, as we can see, once that happened, we had a massive move up, a very aggressive buying, increased volume. So this basically told me, I'm going to hold this till my target. So we can see if we go back at 8:14, I said, boom, trimming here. This is when we got that big pop up. So this is basically on this candle here. I was trimming my position, and around an hour and a half later, I had some runners on still, and we hit that 41.48 target. So anyways, that was my trade today. This is my checklist. If you want to screenshot this, keep in mind, this is my system. It doesn't always work, but my goal is not to, be a perfect trader. It's to follow the system and see how much money I can make following the system and constantly, optimizing the system and getting better at determining key levels, getting better at determining key supply and demand levels, getting better at candle analysis. So like I said, basically the 3 pillars I follow is the trend analysis, the price level, so where you actually entering the trade, and then the confirmation, which is the candles, right? Is it showing strength or weakness at your key levels? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video of going over my exact day trading checklist. And also, if you want to join my private mentorship group, my Discord, where you can copy my exact trades, you can see my pre-market plan I post every single day. We're offering a free 3-day trial right now, so you can join us for completely free, see what it's all about, hopefully make some money during your 3-day free trial, and potentially join us from there. So anyways, if you are interested in joining that Discord community, that'll be the first link in the description below, or just head over to this link right here. With that being said, guys, as always, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Trade smart, trade safe, and I will see you on Monday with another video going over my trade.